Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome to a best of 3 between Clem and Reynor here from the most recent offline tournament in Bulgaria. We have this beautiful set of games coming right at us. Triple Reaper opener here for Clem with 2 of the barracks, all of his barracks, on the low ground. This Reaper is going to make its way across the map, and when these barracks are on the low ground, the initial rush distance is actually a little bit shorter, often allowing the first Reaper to deal more damage. More damage early on. There we go. Ling gets taken out. Second Ling. Nope. It's not going to get cleared here. Did he use the grenade? Yes, he did. But it is available once again. Wait, what? A single Ling counts as 31 in the resources lost? This is a very interesting accounting here by this first Reaper. So the guy that's going to shoot down the second Ling is only going to be worth, what, 19 minerals then? To make the full 50. A set of Lings obviously cost 50 minerals. Not sure where this 31 comes from. That seems like some... Yeah, it's a very, very interesting accounting here, but it's none of our business as Clem decides to open up with a quick triple CC after the 2 gases that he has built. Factory is being constructed in the wall. Reactor's about to finish up. And these Reapers are actually dealing quite a bit of damage here. There's no transfuse available. Both Queens have about 36, 37 energy. So now the Reapers, do they want to start hitting this thing? Not really. Marine is here as well. I'm not sure if that's intentional. That feels unintentional. The Hellions are going to make their way across the map relatively soon. And we're going to have 3 Reaper, 2 Hellion. Banshee follow up as well. This is a full wall, right? Yeah, 2 major structures and a depot. Is indeed going to be a wall. 3rd CC on the way. Tech lab starts as well, and I love this build order because you have a lot of pressure early on here. First with the with those initial 3 Reapers, then with the 3 Reaper 2 Hellion, 3 Reaper 4 Hellion, 3 Reaper 6 Hellion, however many it's going to be. Then we'll definitely are going to see a tech lab coming onto this starport as well to finally get a Banshee out, perhaps with the cloak upgrade as well. Now, ooh, actually it's going to be a Liberator instead. Okay, I dig it. I dig it. I really do dig it. Clem is a little bit supply block here. The 3rd CC was kind of late to the party, I guess. Liberator's gonna start, as well as the first set of Marines. And we're just gonna go into 4 Hellions for now. Oh, this is cool. I haven't quite seen this build yet. I've seen this into a Banshee, but I haven't really seen this into a Liberator. So Clem must feel very certain that he's not being roach-all-in right now. It's going to get a little bit of scouting information here with those Reaper Hellions. Of course, always has the ability to kind of bounce by. You bounce the Queens away, try to run in, but there's so many Lings out. 23 Lings waiting to receive these Hellions and Reapers with open arms onto the creep. So I can walk in, my dear friend. We laid out the purple carpet for you. You're welcome here, but we will warn you, we're a little bit quicker than usual when we're on there, so you need to be careful. 6 cars, that's going to be the stopping point here for Clem. Well, we have an attempted Ling flank. It's always funny that how unaware the Terran is of what is going on, right? The Terran doesn't know where these Lings are. They could be over here, they could be to the left, they could be coming from the back. Like, if you don't see the Lings ever, it's really scary. You need to always be paying attention, because if you don't pay attention for a second, then you run in, you could be in a bit of trouble. Where are the Lings right now? Wait, even not. Where are they? Oh, they're just in the natural. As Reynor is going to show up over here on the 3rd base. He's going to snipe a Queen and is going to piss off as the Hellion Reaper, no, does not want to commit here. 4th base hasn't started quite yet. Clem is being extremely active as the first 2 drops now coming in as well. We have 29 Lings, 6 Queens, but there are 14 Marines. 12 here in the medevacs. We have 6 Hellions and 3 Reapers. This is a serious attack. And there's still no 4th base. 5 Roaches are now being added into the mix as well. Hopefully that's going to be helpful here for Reynor. But there goes Overlord number 1. There goes Overlord number 2. And there goes Drone number 1 as the 4th base still is not going down. We get a very aggressive stim in forward. I'm not even sure if Clem really has to do this. Isn't Clem just happy with the way life is right now? I'd be happy with the way life is right now. Down only 8 workers. Tank at home. Well set up. Ooh, he's gonna lose maybe a worker or 2 over here. 1 worker goes down. Mule is going to survive. Lings are gonna commit. That means these Lings are gonna die. 2 SCVs for about 8 Lings or so. That is an okay trade for Clem as the 4th base now goes down. But there's no creep covering this area. That means that these Queens can't even really get there. Clio Reconstitution on the way, 1-1 upgrades will be faster for Clem. So if we just take a look at the overall situation in this game, what do we really have that's going well for Reynor? Well, he's not dead yet, that's nice, but He's slower in upgrades, has pretty crappy eco, has terrible creep spread, unit composition consisting of roaches, and still just barely up in supply. Like, this is just not what we'd consider a very good situation. We're gonna go for a 4 medevac semi-drop heading in towards the fort base. Now, these guys, they have combat shield, they don't have any upgrades. Roaches are gonna pull back, and sadly, this hatchery is gonna fall as well. Hellions now moving in, just gonna get 3-4 drone kills, and then piss off. A lot of other Terrans there, I think, would have committed to that, and said, hey, I wanna get 7 drone kills, but I'm also going to lose all my cars. And Clem knows how important it is to kind of have this threat always looming, always there, ready to strike. And the Queen's now being pulled out of position as +1 has finished up for Clem. Clem once again redrops. Fort base is not gonna get cancelled. And Clem is going to redrop into the main base where there's really nothing ready to receive this. I mean, this fort base is still like Clem is absolutely owning over here. Absolutely owning. Fort base hasn't started yet for him quite yet either, but usually the 5th base for the Zerg will be done by the time the 4th base starts for the Terran player. That is not the case here whatsoever. We're gonna get +1 Carapace and +1 Rage to finish up in about 25-30 seconds or so. And we're getting a Hydra then. We don't even have an Infestation Pit yet. Reynor is desperately trying to defend at least some of his creep. So now the Queens are maybe trying to snipe a medevac. It's also not really gonna work. Roaches here, like a 3-4 Roach split off towards the bottom is going to keep this base secure against these Hellion Reaper run-bys, these Hellion Reaper attacks, but I mean, the position still freaking sucks here for Reynor. Let's call it a spade, right? Like, what is this? It's going to be a triple tank push. Is there something... Ooh, actually, Reynor might be capable of sniping a tank here. One tank is going to siege up. The rest is going to get picked up, or at least one tank is going to get picked up. Actually, a little bit sloppy there out of Clem. Being a bit too eager there. He's up 3 workers. Doesn't really need to commit into this position. Can just slowly but surely leapfrog in forward as the Marines unloaded. We'll start trading a little bit here with these links. Roaches in the back need to be targeted. There we go. Tanks with some big shots here. Bile's gonna connect as well with the tanks though. Reynor actually taking a trade, which is at least good when it comes to the tanks. When it comes to the Marines versus Roaches, not quite as brilliant. Hydra's trying their best to stay their ground, but there's only 3 left. There's quite a few Marines still shooting. Reinforcements now coming in. Are going to push Clem's army back. Hive is on the way, but we don't even have a lurker den quite yet. Reynor managed to drone up to 74, but Clem is just is working up to his own decent worker count as well. It's not just stimming in forward. Is once again going to be clearing his opponent's forces on the ground. There is still a tank continuously shooting. It is hidden here underneath the medevacs, but Reynor is well aware of the impact that this tank is having in the battle. Going to need another... a quick evacuation here. Tank is gonna fall, but it's just 4 Queens, 2 Hydras. Roach now slowly but surely moving over towards the right side of this map as well. 2-2 very close to finishing up. Mines being added into the mix, and Clem, after honestly just great movement in the early game, great attacks, great control, is going to be capable here of, I think, taking game number 1. Like, Reynor just does not have the tools to survive. And once 2-2 finishes up, all of these trades are going to get even worse. Mines in the back haven't even shot yet. There we go. Roach is going to get cleared. Another Roach. Ooh, good retarget there with the mines as 2 Hydras are going to fall. And the tank stays alive. 3 kills on this bad boy. Next tank shows up as well. More and more units being rallied across the map. +2 infantry weapons finishes up. And I think with that, all of these trades are going to favor Clem that much more. These tanks are actually in the exact same spot, so they can be double biled, as you can see. But yeah, GG gets called, and Clem will take game number 1. Our second map is going to be on Ultra Love, where we have a double barracks opener once more coming out of Clem. Now, something that's interesting. Oh my god, keyboard switch to English. Sorry, you have to pause for that. That is the most French thing I've seen in my entire life. Oh no, my keyboard is in a language I cannot quite understand. I have only learned a single language in my high school, and it is the language I already knew. Freaking French people, man. Can't live with them. As we're heading into our second game, as I was saying. Double, he's changing the response, by the way. 4 Queen, late gas, this was, I think. 4 Queen, late gas. I mean, he's going to need to sneak out a drone at some point to see if we can get a hatchery up. Because if he can't get... Like, I don't quite see what the plan is. over here, if I'm being real honest. I am just not seeing it, guys. Reapers are gonna run in here. Triple Reaper against a single Queen. They tried to dive deep, then decided against it. This is just such a weird setup. Okay, we're gonna go straight for a Roach Warren. So we're playing triple CC, straight Roach Warren, factory on the high ground. There is still no third base. Like, this is crazy. This actually is crazy. There's no third... Okay, it's gonna be lair. Oh. All right. Huh. Is that so? Well, we're not seeing OV speed quite yet. Sorry, I was just wondering what the hell this is gonna be. Kind of thinking to myself. Happens to the best. No OV speed. He's just playing like two base Roach. This is a really uncommon response. I've seen Roach Queen drops before out of two base stuff, but he's actually just gonna get a carapace upgrade. He's gonna play this out. I think what might end up happening here is that Clem is gonna get a little bit afraid. Clem is gonna see a couple of Roaches. I mean, he's seeing the lack of drones on the third and be like, hey, that's weird. And Clem right now is only on 32 SCVs himself. Hasn't really killed anything either, by the way. And this build is a little bit worse economically that Clem did. So I think the CC, the command center, goes down at 2 minutes and 7 seconds. A standard command center goes down at 1 minute and 37 seconds. So there's a 30-second delay. That is the equivalent of about 2.6, 2.7, 2.8 workers. I don't know, I'm not great at math. And of course also a later orbital command, so you're missing like half a mule of mining. So it's quite significant what it means for your money. Like your third also is a little bit delayed, I think. So there's a bit of, you know, there's just less eco than with a standard build. And if you don't deal any damage, I'm not sure how good it is. You also don't have any harassment tools in the Hellion, in the Banshee, which you usually would have. So although the first like 3-4 minutes are pretty intense for the Zerg, and often they will lose something there or be forced into building more links, actually the next like 2.5 minutes are not that intense. Because there's no Hellions, there's no Banshees that you need to take care of. We're gonna have a Marine attack right now. There are how many Roaches out? 18 Roaches are out with first transfuse. It's gonna be an interesting fight. I was gonna say a bad fight for Clem, but Clem is just kind of ripping through these Roaches. Look at that. L'Exterminator has arrived. And I have a French keyboard. And there we go. It's gonna pick up, load up into the main base. Couple of links are ready and waiting to get slaughtered here by the butchers with the C14 Gauss rifles. Combat shield has finished up as well. One more Queen is gonna fall at the same time. Roach counterattack. But a tank in the natural is going to secure this area. And honestly, Clem, is he in a good spot actually? 1k resources lost to 1.3. Mining is in favor of Clem due to the existence of double mules. Infrastructure, triple barracks is fine. Like it's not great, it's not terrible either though. Both players are desperately trying to get those worker numbers up. So far Clem actually doing a slightly better job than his opponent. Which is obviously bad news for his opponent. Reynor, that's the opponent. Yeah, no anti-air here, look at this. He has like 2 queens remaining. Good luck getting any of these medevacs down. You're gonna just need units everywhere in order to deal with this right now. And that is an issue for Reynor. Double barracks, we have double eBay. Ooh, I was gonna say, it wouldn't surprise me if he actually gets like an extra tech lab. We frequently see this against high Roach early games, where, you know, there's a big focus on a large amount of Roaches, where we see double tech lab. And then early on Marauder production, I don't really mind it. I actually kind of like it even. I actually kind of like it. 60 workers to 55 as the medevacs unload and run back towards the third base. We have a triple tank setup right now as well. Where's our armory? Okay, armory is done in the natural. And I'm curious to see what Reynor's follow-up plan is going to be. It's going to be infestors. It's going to be infestors. Double drop heading out. It feels like a tight game. by the way. It feels like a tight game. It feels like at any point, if Reynor decides to attack, this could be quite scary for Clem. And here comes Reynor moving out across the map. At the same time, we have the double drop now heading out towards the fort base. Lots of roaches are in position to try and defend that. I think there are enough roaches, actually, to defend that. Clem is just going to stim here into this base, but a fungal is going to connect with the Marines. It's going to clear all of these bad boys. Medevac is going to fall as well, and Clem says, hey, you just used 2 fungals and killed everything. You want to try that again? Because I have another army. And Reynor's like, well, actually, currently out of fungals. I only had 2. I used all of them, but Clem he needs to be careful, okay? Now knowing that there are fungals around is going to make the movement much more difficult for him. It's going to make him less likely to be aggressive onto the map here as well. Metabolic boost is finishing up in a couple of seconds. Carapace level 2 is on the way, as melee level 1 is about 35% done. 2-2 coming in for Clem as well, with a fort base, with the 3 extra barracks, with the factory. It's gonna kick things off. We're 9 minutes into the game, and our Zerg player is still only on 65 workers. But we also have an Ultra Cavern on the way, so this is an economy tech mismatch. We usually don't really see this for Zerg players, where they have like much better tech than what their economy should reasonably allow, right? If you're working off 65 workers, 6 gas, majority of the time you're not going to be capable of pumping out a big amount of ultras. Like, the moment this Ultra Cavern finishes, he's going to need to get the anabolic synthesis, the chitinous plating, and all of these upgrades. They cost a lot of money, they cost a lot of gas. He's going to have cash left over for a single Ultra, I think. That's going to be it. As the Vipers are going to be added into the mix. So it's going to be Viper, Roach, Infestor, Ultra. As this drop relands right now over on the fort base. Which honestly is just taking a beating. We're going to boost into the main. Ooh, there's a spore there. Careful, Clem. Very careful. Be very careful. But he's going to redrop. And that's 4 medevacs here. Laughing in the face of danger. These Lings are going to lose this battle. No, they're not. They're actually going to win this battle. The redrop over at the third base. Parasitic Bomb comes in. Split away is good, is correct, is solid. And 3 medevacs, the ones with the units in it, will stay alive for now. Oh, and will stay alive for a little bit longer. Queen can come in. Maybe clear one of them before it unloads. There we go. We have another Parasitic Bomb here, I can only imagine. Or he's just going to give up his Vipers. There you go. Sacrifice to the gods. Lovely to see. If you hate medevacs. And Vipers. Baneling Nest now coming in. Chitinous plating out. Ultras are actually stuck behind this area. Roach Warren will need to be cleaned up. Interesting position for an infestation, but when I say interesting, I mean bad. Yeah, these Ultras, they really need to start smacking something. There you go. Roach Warren is going to be the one that gets taken out. 72 workers to 75. Level 3 Carapace is about to finish up. Plus 2 melee is on the way as well, as the Spore is going to clear the Liberator. Or actually, Clem is going to move the Liberator away, of course. Who am I kidding? Marine tank now moving across the map. Needs to be careful with this. I think this is a mistake. There are a lot of links on the map. There's ultras on the map. We still have some infestors as well. We have 1 infestor with a single fungal. But you only need a single fungal. You can hit a lot with a single fungal. Double drops now moving towards the right side. This bad boy moving towards the left. Oh, here comes the fungal man. Never mind. There goes the fungal man. He's in and out just like that. Poof, poof. Mine covering this path at least a little bit. Reynor's kind of... He's a high Ravager count, by the way. It is uncommon in this matchup. At this point in time, to still have this many Ravagers. Probably wants to set up some type of flank. We do have triple Vipers as well. Are they being used? Okay, here we go. No Banelings in the mix whatsoever. A rare occurrence here as the Ultras are being split off. Triple Biles hitting the tanks. Here come the Parasitic Bombs. 1, 2, 3. Good. What the hell was that split, Clem? That was mental. Sends every single medevac on their merry way to death. At the same time, we have 6 Marines and a Marauder taking out the 5th base. So... yes, the fights haven't necessarily been great for Clem, but I'm not sure if they've been bad enough that it really matters. Because you just keep sniping different bases. Here goes Clem. Bit of an overstimmed force, though. Overall, medevac count is only 3 in general, which is just fairly low. He really needs to be careful. He really needs to be careful not to be overly aggressive. I think he actually needs to sit back and relax for a little bit, at least with a big portion of his force. Like, he's adding in so many cool things, extra command centers. But what we really need is a medevac count here. A higher ghost count, more factory units. Oh, here comes the fungal from behind. Was that a burrow? That was a burrow. It's going to hit big time here as Ultra Ravager is going to continue chasing this army. And all of a sudden, it doesn't really feel like Clem has much of a backbone anymore. Like, he's running back on. There's a couple of tanks here. There's a couple of tanks here, but we still have Vipers with a lot of energy too. Okay, do we have an EMP available? I think we do, but he's not using it so far. Here come 1, 2, 3 abducts into the mix. Blinding Cloud on one of the tanks as well. Ultra's dealing a lot of damage as this tank up here is going to get cleared. That means that this base is now unprotected. Absolutely unprotected. As Reynor's trying to burst the Clem bubble by running into the natural. More links now streaming in forward. Oh, this mine is going to connect with at least a single link. 13 SCVs have gone down. Majority of that over on the third base. This or a command center is going to end up lifting. And we already have a fifth base. It is still 4 base versus 5 base in favor of Clem. So this looks really bad for Clem. It probably is, honestly, because the ultra count is going to grow up to 8. We're going to get a new infestor in the mix as well. Like, this ultra count is very big, but economically, this is not so bad for Clem. If he can just stabilize for a second, if he can get back up to 160, 170, 180 supply, he's going to be in such a good position here. He has a double drop heading out towards the far left, wanting to maybe cancel this base. And here we have Reynor with, well, his main army wanting to kill the third once more and take out as many workers as he can. Mines coming in forward, wanting to split up so they get, you know, the maximum benefit here. This double drop's actually going to get cleaned up. I wasn't paying attention and neither was Clem. That is a big, big mistake because that allows all these links to now show up as well. And these links are going to be very useful in the mix. No more ghosts to back this up. Medevac count is non-existent still. No liberators in the mix either. We have a double medevac moving to the right. Planetary is just barely going to survive here. But this third base is in some serious trouble. I'm even afraid of this third base going down if Clem is not going to end up lifting it, as the Ultras have now breached the main base. And just like in the Heart of the Swarm cutscene, the Ultra runs forward and there's no landed Viking here to stop it. That might actually be an issue. These ghosts are going to get smacked as well. GG gets called as Reynor wins game number 2. And in our final game, we see Clem opening up with a single Rex into triple CC. So a different opener for sure. Second gas coming down as well. The starport gets thrown down. Most likely we're trying to head into something along the lines of a 6 heli and 2 Banshee type of push. See if we can get some first person here out of Clem. Always truly do enjoy seeing what he is up to. He is very quick, but mainly very precise is what it feels like. Third orbital's on the way, look at that. It's kind of shifting through. Majority of the time just spent on checking where the hell these Hellions are. Does not want to commit into a position. He wanted to see what that building was. It's a very fast evo chamber, isn't it, by the way? That is a very fast evo chamber. That is pre-lair. And I guess we're going to rush out a carapace upgrade. It's going to be the plan. 4 Hellions now running in. Evo chamber block is good. These 2 queens gonna get quite some damage on to those cars. Carapace first. Carapace first into delayed lair. So that means that the first overseer most likely is going to be a little bit later. But the carapace upgrade is going to be fast as hell. How fast is this? 114 seconds. So that's 2 minutes after it starts. A little bit less than 620. He's gonna have carapace for the first marine drop. That is what this is. That is such a cool play. And then I guess he's going to go into 2-1 upgrades behind it. So yes, lair is going to be delayed. And yes, it's going to be probably a little bit more tricky, especially to keep your 4th base alive. Oh, this is 8 car, by the way. This is not just 6 car, this is 8 cars. That is a serious commitment. fourth base could be in trouble, but so far Clem's not actually going in. Right now he's going to commit to it. Oh, Hellions are going to get caught. 3 out of the 5 Hellions go down. We set in the chase. I think this portion of the fight might be a mistake. No, it's not. It's going to catch every single car over here. Double bench, he's now heading in towards the third base. What is the trade though? 16 links to 8 Hellions. That is not a great trade here for the Terran player whatsoever. Drones stay alive as well. And all of this is off of the back of a fast carapace upgrade as well. Lair's about to finish up. Man, this is such a cool build order. Second Evo chamber. I have not seen this carapace rush before. I have not seen it. I have just not seen it. Like, that is massively going to influence these initial engagements, isn't it? And we see a quick... Oh my god. Hydra then into Infestation Pit straight away. Boom. No Baneling Nest. That is why he's getting the fast carapace. He says, hey, I want to defend your incoming push, your incoming marine pressure. I want to defend that by just building Ling Queen. How do I get Ling Queen to trade properly against Marines with Stim? By getting a fast carapace upgrades, apparently. That is how you do it. Now, I am still curious what the exact plan is going to be here for Reynor, as he goes up to 11 queens right now. 3 more on the way. There's 8 out already. We have a bunch of links as well. Carapace coming in, and I think we're going to go into a hive. I think hive into lurker then, I guess, is a real possibility. Smells to me like it would be a real possibility. This is a fast everything, let me tell you. This is fast everything. 8 gas already going down. Hive being built here as well. Do we have any Hydras in the mix quite yet? No, we don't. It's going to be 82 drones, 11 queens, and a crap ton of links as well. 38 links. 38 links, 11 queens, carapaces. Boom, there we go. So this trade is going much better for Reynor than it usually would. Infantry weapons now is about to finish up already for Clem. That's going to be the end of that party. Spores moving in position. Hydra's popping out on the map as well. This double drop's not going to be capable of doing anything here. I mean, that much is obvious to us. That much is obvious to us for sure. We have a single drop heading out towards the bottom side. Wants to cancel a 5th, but the 5th ain't there quite yet. This is the Queen army. There's a bunch of transfuses available. I'm not sure how far Reynor wants to chase this army off creep. Or if he even wants to chase this army whatsoever. It's not melee upgrades, by the way. This is range upgrades. So it's Ling, Hydra, Queen. I wouldn't even mind seeing like a single infestor into the mix. A single infestor helps so much against these initial drops because you can just catch them. They can't load up. Ooh, misses the first transfuse. That's a bit of a mistake. Clem doing a bit of a skill check there, saying, hey, I believe I'm much faster than you. I don't think you're going to be paying attention here. And indeed, Reynor wasn't. So, good start of things. Viper now on the way out. Lurker then about to finish up. Ooh, Clem is sending out a lot of units here. What are the tanks doing? The tanks are staying home. For now, the tanks are staying home. 66 drone to 89 drone to 66 SCVs. Like, any fight that isn't god-awful is going to be good for Reynor right now. Like, all he needs is non-god-awful fights. That is the one requirement for him to stay in charge of this game. Ling Runby is being sent out. Adrenal Glands hasn't started quite yet. Would love to see it being added into the mix, though. Gas is available. Instead, we're going to get 4 lurkers. Understandable. Creep spread looking pretty stellar. You have more tumors being sent out towards the right side. Things are going to connect with the Marine medevac. Here come the Vapes. Mine's going to hit in a big way. Tanks moving forward as well, slowly but surely. Where the hell are the lurkers? I always feel like lurkers in this type of position, they're not that great against tanks, but it would be great to have on the other side of the map. I always feel like just going for like a lurker run by. They keep 1 lurker at home for safety and then like send 3 lurkers across the map, see if you can kill something. I feel like that's a little bit underrated. Here come the Vipers. Parasitic bomb. Tank goes down. Can we get an abduct maybe on this tank? The answer is no, we're not going to get an abduct on that tank. Carapace level 3 as well as range +2 on the way. 9 lurkers is going to be the name of the game here. It's already 4 out with 5 more on the way. That map does check out. Transfuse is necessary. We'll save these lurkers. Ooh. Clem is going to continue fighting here into lurker range. That is interesting. Perhaps a mistake. Tank over here could get abducted into the mix. At the same time, this Marine Marauder Force is going to try to push into the 4th base. And despite Reynor's very powerful start here, it does feel like he hasn't been getting the 5th base as quickly as he would have liked. He has not been getting that as quickly at all. Pneumatized Carapace right now on the way, so that's going to be the Overlord speed. Bit overstimmed here. But these Marines are just gonna die, no? Yeah, I don't think you can fight into freaking 12 Lurkers. Especially if there's transfuses nearby as well. Hydras are gonna continue chasing. We'll take out both of these, or at least one of the medevacs. Second medevac will barely stay alive. We don't have the lunge upgrade for the Hydras. There's still so much cash in the bank though. Feels to me like Reynor's actually in a pretty powerful spot at the moment. In a very powerful spot. Good bank. Yes, his 5th base is very late. Yes, his 6th base is very late, but his army is phenomenal. Like, good lurker count. Couple of Vipers out. Lots of Hydras out. Like, what is the actual value of these forces? Look at that. 6k, 3k to 4.6 and 2 for the Terran. I feel like a fight might be necessary here, or possible at least. Okay, abduct, gets one of the medevacs. The rest of the medevacs extremely dry, by the way. Completely out of energy here. 4 mine drop coming in. All of these are going to get taken out. Only 3 drones end up dying. Instead, the Hydra Lurker Link Force. Still not a single Baneling as the Nydus network now gets constructed. 5th CC on the way, finally. Took a while though. For both players, the 5th is kind of late. I'll give him that. 6 Lurkers on the way. Adrenal finally coming in as well. We have plenty of abducts and potentially blinding clouds available. Let's see what we can get. A couple of snipe, pew pew. There go your Hydras, little buddy. We still have a move here on the top side as well. Wanting to take out a base, but the base ain't there. Second Nydus network, actually, sorry. 3rd and 2nd Nydus network on the way. That's going to be triple Nydus play here out of Reynor. Oh, that's a couple of good abducted. 1, 2, 3. 2 Vipers do go down, but so do 3 go. So it's an okay-ish trade here for the Zerg player. It does feel like the Zerg player has kind of, I want to say, kind of given this position away. Felt so much better before. As the double Nydus now comes down in the natural. Do we have anything ready to pop out? Are there lurkers in this thing? The answer is yes. Can they get out of here? The answer is no. They cannot. They absolutely cannot. As this high ground Nydus is also not going to finish up. We now have a Nydus going down over here on the planetary. Another one going up in the main base as well. And perhaps one more in the natural. Lots of cash is being used to build these guys. And none of them are gonna finish. Maybe this one will. Maybe this one will. No, don't. Is there any freedom here whatsoever? The answer is no. No freedom for Reynor to move on the map quite yet. Okay, let's take a first-person look here in Clem's side of things. As 2 Nydus worms do go down, one in the natural, one in the 4th. Ooh, it's getting close to finishing, especially this one. Although there is a Banshee nearby, there's a mine as well that can clear the first lurker if it pops out. Oh, lurkers coming out! 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lurkers popping out. Clem needs to keep an eye on the map as well, wanting to make sure that he doesn't just die to a weird lurker attack on his 3rd base. That would be the worst world. Now, behind all of this, we do see a 6th base on the way for Reynor. 5th base is fully secure. We have a Nydus worm here as well. And I love this play. Just allowing yourself to quickly transport from the right to the left to the center with these Nydus worms aggressively as well as defensively is of course going to be a huge bonus. Advanced Ballistics is finishing up. 2nd starport here with the reactors. I think that's number 2 at least. Yeah, that's number 2. There's no 3rd one yet. And here comes the next Nydus. Let's take a look. Clem. What are we doing, buddy? Okay, we're attacking into a lurkered up position. He's not paying attention. Okay, now he sees it. Now he sees it. We're gonna get the stim. He's gonna try to get it down, but the Nydus finishes up. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Is anything popping out there? I don't think so. These lurkers are gonna get sniped, so that's pew pew pew. -3 for lurkers. Resources lost. Now leaning in favor of Clem. Watching Clem's first person here is very exciting. He just has like a group of units whose pure job it is to clear Nydus worms here right now. There's like 15-20 supply that is being tied up as an anti-Nydus squad. So the Nydus is a 0 supply unit that right now is taking up serious supply on Clem's side. Look at this. This is 20 supply right here. So if we get a full-out attack here on the left, that means at least 20 supply is going to be missing. Some defenses on the right side on top of that, maybe a tank or a lib or something like this. And this 5th base is going to get cleared. So just Reynor having these Nyduses, it's all that he really needs. It's all that he needs in order to push into otherwise perfectly sieged up bases. Go back into the general overview. 6th base. I feel like a deja vu. Once again, the 6th base is going up. No, I mean, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. And this is a crazy skill check. Look how much supply we have. We legitimately have like 30, 40 supply right now on the right side. And this is almost starting to become an issue, I think. Where if we get a full-out engagement on the left side with the full 120 supply out of Reynor, I don't actually think there's anything Clem can do about it, because he just has so many units just in this general like 3rd to main base area that could be scary. Right now we see a lot actually going across the map. Viper not gonna get taken out, Snipes coming down, and these lurkers are perhaps in a little bit of trouble. One lurker goes down, Queen's falling rapidly as well. Ghost count is at 15. Oi, 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 oi. As the Link's now trying to connect with his force, 2 lurkers only remain, and this 6th base might be toast. At the same time, though, lurker does finish up. We have a liberator that's going to help out, so even when the lurkers now pop out, at least there's a liberator that can't really be killed. Do we have lunch yet for the Hydras? No, we don't. This is the one upgrade that Reynor consistently has not been getting, as we get an attack over here on the left as well. Not wanting to get lunch, I think, is definitely a mistake against these higher liberator counts. 24k to 18k resources lost. So that's about a 6k difference, and a couple of Hydras trying to pop out of these things. Wanting to snipe some of these libs. Get another scan over here, and these lurkers eventually are going to get cleared. So will this Ghost Academy and some more orbital commands. Overseer count is up to 11 right now. 5th base has been set up once again out of Clem. It's 5 base versus 5. Nydus now goes down into the 3rd base. I feel like that Reynor is trying to force it a bit too much here in the main. It doesn't really have a way of dealing with Liberators right now. Like, Liberators are just trading a little bit too effectively in my mind. And this probably would have been fine had Reynor had this base going, like had maybe his eye on this top left and a hatchery going up over here. But Reynor is even in bases. That means that if he's not trading efficiently, he is just going to be losing this game. And in a relatively short amount of time as well. This is not going to go into a 50-minute banger because he's not mining enough right now. And he's trading too poor. His bank is depleting at too high a pace. Okay, so we're keeping an eye on this kind of this ratio as well as just the absolute numbers here. There's about a 6.5, 7k gap is what we'll call it. And we're going to keep checking in on that resources lost to make sure that that stays within that these two, like the kind of the 7k gap. I think that is important. Lurkers need to unsiege and piss off. Once again, not having the lunge available on the Hydra here makes it harder to snipe this type of thing. Like, just being capable of boosting forward real quick with the lunge is absolutely huge, and Reynor not having that kind of sucks for him. We're now going to get a double Nydus Worm, one in the main, one in the natural. We have the 8 Marine squad that's going to clear the first one. We have the double Liberator set up over here. This is completely fine for Clem. Clem is well set up to deal with it. I mean, his main army is really close by as well. We have a move in forward. One Lib gets taken out. Second Lib gets taken out as well. I think that's number 3 that fell too. But once again, not having the lunge, not getting this upgrade here. Nanomuscular swell, that's what it's called. For the Hydralisk, researching that little dash, that little bloop, lunging forward, allowing him to move just a tiny tad faster, is actually costing Reynor quite a bit. I think it's a key upgrade right now in the late game in Zerg versus Terran, and we don't see Reynor actually using it. I believe that to be a significant error over here. There's no vision in the main base, as we can see. No 6th base for Clem, as once again we have a double expand coming out of Reynor. What are we at right now? Oh, look at that. We were talking about a 7k gap. Right now we're actually inching towards a 10k gap. So although Reynor kept his opponent busy, he lost about 3k more resources. Wouldn't have been the end of the world if he was significantly outmining his opponent. That's not the case at all here. Clem is adding in more orbital commands as well. Right now we're at an orbital count of 9. Nydus in range of the planetary Reynor. Oh. I feel like we have so many opportunities to actually get something done, but nothing is getting done. Once again, just right next to these Marines, we have the Nydus coming up. Clem actually is not seeing it though. This time the skill check might end up working. We have a lot of units entering this Nydus. Oh. Clem failing the defense here. 100%. 100% fail over here. Lurkers plus Lynx now start working on these barracks. Oh, Liberators once again coming in. Very, very clutch with the Libs. If there's no Hydras in position to deal with the Liberators, then yeah, this is just going to get cleaned up by 1, 2, 3, 4 Libs. New Nydus now comes in behind this 5th base, which is absolutely a key base. And the further, by the way, that Clem gets spread out, the harder it becomes to deal with this type of stuff. As I mean, the gap keeps growing. This is the main story of the game. I feel like the Nyduses are a distraction. They're distracting us away from the main story, the real story of the game, which is this ever-growing gap in the resource loss. Well, now it is going back a little bit. We have 27k to 36s. That's 9k difference. Planetary under some heavy fire as well. Ghost snipes are coming in. Oh, actually, these ghosts might be in a bit of trouble. There's no cloak. There is no cloak. There's no cloak. That is a significant blunder here, because very often these Nydus worms, they don't actually have an overseer nearby. So having cloak allows you to often clean that up in a much better way. 37 to 27, 10k difference. Oi, 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 oi. So we need to face the reality right now that if this turns into a full split map scenario with both players having even bases, that Clem is going to have an easy time. It's gonna be a walk in the park. Reynor needs to try, and oh my god. That was 3-4 Vipers there at once, wasn't it? Yeah, that was not fun. That was absolutely not fun. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 Libs will end up dying, but I'm not even sure if it's going to be the case. Here comes the Ling run by into the 3rd base. Yeah, if this is going to be a full split map scenario with Reynor taking this, and then Clem going for the top left, and eventually taking this base, I think Reynor's in a world of trouble. Reynor's going to need to break his opponent right now. He has not been trading well enough to say, hey, I can just go for an uber late game army and start trading 12k plus from here on out. It's not going to be possible. Still no lunge available on those Hydras. We'll still consider it a mistake, because it still is a mistake. Not allowing yourself to quickly boost in to snipe a Lib or 2, that is a serious issue. As this cooling tower, by the way, could be taken out as well. It's not happening right now. Here come a couple of snipes. Clem is paying attention, but Reynor isn't. Reynor might have been paying attention somewhere else, but seemingly less important. 14k gap right now in the resources lost. It's like following the scoreboard, you know? A lot of stuff is happening here on the pitch, but at the end of the day, if the trades aren't good and you're not out-expanding your opponent, it doesn't really matter how much is happening. You know, you can be juggling the ball all you want. If you don't score any goals, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's a real nice move you got there, but I don't care. Here comes a big Ling run by. I do like this. Can we get a split? Can we get a split? We don't need to split. Lings are fast enough. This thing's never going to trigger. Oh, it's going to be some big mines, isn't it? 14 on that. 1 on here. And 4 there. So, once again, it's a distraction, but it achieves nothing. Lots of fast maneuvering. Very little result. No result. I'm also starting to wonder if perhaps the Corruptor is a unit that is necessary against this type of Liberator count. Like, are Hydras still capable of dealing with this? I'm not so sure if the answer to that is yes. Bottom right here has been cleared. Drones could go back to mining. 33 workers, by the way, for Clem against the 70. That doesn't mean that if Clem right now is going to lose a serious portion of his force, he has a little bit of a bank, but his income really sucks. So, I mean, it's almost 20k at this point. Yeah. How many Nyduses have we had? We had 28 Nydus worms. This is like whack-a-mole. Clem is very good at whack-a-mole, though. He hates moles. Doesn't like him one bit. Smacks him straight in the head with the fat hammer. Parasitic Bomb is going to connect. Will not get that medevac, though. Clem right now is eager. He says, hey, I think I'm in a good enough spot where I can trade on your side of the map a little bit, at least. Can't I, buddy? Look how big his army is. 33 workers against the 70. It's 170 army supply, pretty much, against 125-ish. A couple more Hydras on the way as well. These Lings are going to get taken out. 1, 2. I thought we had 3 Nydus worms. Or 3 Nydus network. Yeah, we do. Only 2 Nydus worms going down. The Liberator is the issue here. The Liberator is absolutely the problem. If it was just Ghost, you could decide to go out here. But against the Liberators, eventually you're just going to get cleaned up. You're just going to get cleaned up. You just move him in forwards. Like, all right, you clear a depot. That's great. I'm going to kill 3-4 lurkers here. What you gonna do about it, little buddy? What you gonna do about it, huh? Oh, snipes coming down as well. We have these lurker splits, which are great. Resources lost is 52,000 to 32,000. A true 20k gap at this point. And all of this would be fine if Reynor had managed... Ooh, hold that thought as we get a couple of bitch fungals here. These fungals are huge. Now we get the lunge in forward as well. Ghosts are gonna get cleaned up. Oh, that was a plus 3k swing here for Reynor. The first good fight he's had ever in this entire game. That was big. That was very big because Clem doesn't actually have the resources to completely remax. Reynor could try to kind of push the issue right now. Having some more burrowed infestor nearby could definitely put in some serious work. Overseer is probably necessary with this setup as well, so you can clear the mines. The thing is, you just need to think so much of so much as a Zerg player, right? Have an Overseer on the right. Make sure to have this over there. Infestors burrowed everywhere. We now have Bailing Speed on the way. This left side base could get taken out. Hydra's moving in forward. Lunge still available as he lunges in forward. Oh, I wish he could lunge back right now. No lurkers here. No Banelings. No nothing to deal with anything. As we're going to get a couple of burrows over here. We have a Nydus worm as well on the right side. Reynor's going to attempt to try and take this base. I think this is a little bit late, but maybe still viable. The gap right now is only... Is that 18,000? Is that what I'm reading correctly? I think so, right? About 18k. 18k and outmining one extra base over your opponent should be okay if you can keep this. If you can keep this and maybe push this base a little bit, there is still some momentum on Reynor's side. It is not over yet. But he is one bad fight away from it being over. Because his gas is running out. He does not have a lot of gas anymore. He's going to need another infestor burrow like that. Like earlier. Rocks need to be taken out a long time ago, by the way. Like, this is going to... This makes this position so much harder to fight in. Centrifugal hooks comes in. Oh, these rocks should have been taken out as well. The cooling towers. Cooling towers clear the blue mineral patches. So that is a lot of extra money here that Clem is getting that he shouldn't be getting. Cooling tower over here has been taken out, so these 4 blue patches have disappeared. Do we have some lurkers in here that can get in position in time? No, we don't. This base is gonna get taken out. Oh, Reynor desperately trying to hold on to the left side. As a result, is losing the right side. Infestor showing up right now, though. Saying, hey, buddy. I know something about you. You have no detection. Because Terrans don't know how to build ravens. There is an infestor nearby. Can he get it? Can he get it? Ooh, he's really close. He actually is really close. Yeah, he's just sharking forward bit by bit. This base is going to get taken out, or at least Liberators are going to get taken out. That's 1, that's 2-ish. Infestor, where are you? Where art thou, Infestor, when we need thee? Here we go. Umboro! Whoa, misses the fungal! No way. If that was a hit... There's only 400 gas in the bank right now. If that would have been a hit, that is minus what? Like 7 ghosts at an instant. There's no Banelings really to finish it though. It is just pure Ling Hydra. Ling Hydra Lurker Infestor. We're gonna keep moving in forward. We have the 2 lurkers on the left side. Ship weapons level 1 now on the way. We still have the Liberator set up in the main base in case a Nydus ever happens. Oh, this is gonna be hell. Oh, actually that's fine micro, my friend. That is fine micro. Oh. Couple more hits here as I think that the defenses are just too strong. I think these Ling run bys are never really achieving much of anything. Liberator can just turn around at some point as well. I mean, these Lings are all gonna get taken out. Resource lost 23-ish thousand in favor of Clem. As here come the ghosts. Can he get it? Oh, that is a big hit. That is a fat freaking hit. Look at that. All of these ghosts going down. Medevac's being sniped as well. Can he get away with one of them? Yes. 1 Medevac with 4 ghost escapes. That was once again a big hit here. New Infestor's gonna show up. Say, hey, I've done the same trick 5 times now. Let's see. Let's see if you remember. What do you know about Infestors being burrowed, huh? What do you know about Infestors being burrowed? Okay, double Liberator sieging up. Gonna clear both of these bad boys. Still, these cooling towers not being destroyed is a bloody shame. Absolutely. Oh, God. Dude, if he gets another fungal... Oh, okay. Catches it this time. Catches it this time. I mean, turrets need to be built on this low ground. Turrets need to be built here on this high ground. I don't understand why he's not doing that. This seems like a fairly simple thing to do here from the Terran point of view. From the Terran POV, this seems like a fairly simple thing to do. Okay, here we go. Banelings start rolling in forward as well. We get an abduct on a liberator. Planetary is gonna get sniped, and this is looking pretty freaking tough right now for Reynor, to be honest. This is looking pretty tough. Still 20-ish, 21, 22k. Right side base is under heavy fire. There's no Nydus here to help out either. No lurkers there whatsoever. Link's now desperately trying to run over, but this base is toast. This base is toast. We have a couple of Links still attacking buildings. That's not gonna be it. I think Reynor's just running out of cash. He does not have the resources anymore. Still no turrets over here, by the way, which is absolutely bananas to me. Is this a nuke or what the hell are we seeing here? Oh, he's just gonna... He's gonna snipe this or what? Absolutely, he's gonna snipe this. Puff. Can he kill that? I don't think he can. Ghost now coming forward with a couple of snipes. Banelings falling already. Links on the right side are wanting to move in over here. We have a few mines, a liberator, and 2 ghosts. Don't think that's going to be good enough though. It's a nice try, but not nice enough perhaps. Liberator plus planetary will fall. Like honestly, Clem is kind of running out of cash, and he hasn't been capable of mining this right side base. But I mean, over here the trades have just been too good. The trades have just been too good. We have a total of 60 lurkers, 79 hydras, 12 vipers, and 33 Nydus worms that have been taken out. 33 Nydus worms. That is a lot of cash down the drain, let me tell you. That is a lot of cash down the drain. That's like what? 3k lost in just Nydus worms total, which is quite a bit. And I'm not sure if the units in there have also died very frequently. So I'm not sure if they've been like a net positive in this game. Attention wise, sure, but actually resource trading wise, probably not. Okay, here we go once more. There's no planetary here, so that means it's going to be a forced lift. I think Clem is okay with that. He's on 19 workers, 181 supply right now. Almost no income. But Reynor also has almost no income, and he's only on 134 supply. Can't even max out at the moment. Lunges in forward. It's gonna clear one more. Easy. Mine's gonna connect with 5, 6 links. Sharking infestors. Dun-dun. No. Does Clem see it? Is he aware?
Your forces are under attack.
You're always one self-scan away from just, you know, clearing those infestors. It's the only way that Zerg ever gets a decent engagement is by getting these fungals in. There we go, it's double. It's doubles. Good initial dodge. Great hits here with the fungals. Clem is going to lose a lot of units over here. A lot of units are going down, but Reynor just does not have the force anymore. Even if he takes out this base, I don't think it really matters. A pure Marine Remax at this point is going to be pretty much good enough. There's no more lurkers. Baneling count is low. Just a single infestor. And we actually see a fairly Marine-heavy army here for Clem as he's running out of gas. And Clem says, hey, you know what, buddy? I think you're in trouble because the pure... Oh, was that Baneling bombs? That was a lot of supply that went down there. Reynor's playing such a clutch game, but I don't think a clutch game here is going to be good enough. We have 11 orbitals. Like, you wait one wave of orbitals. If Clem just sits back for a sec, gets a turret, gets 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mules. And the income is going to go through the roof, right? Like 9 mules. That is what? The equivalent of like 2,500 minerals a minute or so. Like even now, we're already going up to 2,200 a minute. Oh, infestors on the side. See what we have over here. We're gonna burrow some lurker, unburrow on the fungal boys. We have a flanking infestor on the right as well. These guys are running in towards their death as these hydras are trying to fight, but I don't think it's going to be good enough. I know it's not going to be good enough. And Clem here, despite being fungled multiple times, will win this series with a 2-1 score.